Good morning. I'm just going to pull up the stream chats and we'll get going. Just one moment here. All right. Let's do this. Got the chats pulled up. I've got my sandbox pulled up. It is 6:45. Let's go. I'm going to hit the intro button here. Let's roll. Today is December 30th, 2022. This is Reality Stretch. I'm your host, Spencer Ingram. Let's stretch reality together. Last night at the end of my work day, I had an early onset of organization, and I created a vision journal. I created a general work journal. I created a spreadsheet to track my current KPI set, key performance indicators, activities that I ought to measure and record and report in order to, that are directly producing revenue, leading to revenue generation for my work. So it was great. It felt great. And I encourage everybody to pursue a similar path. I encourage you to identify what are the key performance indicators in your work and in your life that you should measure and track. Maybe one of these days we'll go over what my key performance indicator set is. But what I wanted to do first off, right off the bat, is I did get a better microphone. And I listened to the podcast yesterday and it sounds better. And what's more is there isn't that annoying sort of whine, this low whine in the background that I have to edit or filter out. So even though we did this a couple days ago, what I want to do is I want to, in this stream, in this 45 minutes here, I'm going to be thinking about goals for 2023. And as well, if we have time, we can start developing the charge that I mentioned, the repeatable mantra, the statements, the set of statements that reflect what we're trying to do, the creative headspace in which I'm trying to live my life and bring other people with me. Many people are already there, but it's just the more the merrier, and I'm trying to get into that plane or that state of mind. And so I want to read again the summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And by the time I'm done reading the summary, I want to compile it together as a video and upload it to YouTube all within this 45-minute stream. So we're going to hustle. We're going to move quickly. I'm going to see if I can record in Audacity while we are doing this stream. And then I'm going to take the text from the summary and I am going to basically make screenshots out of the text and upload it into OpenShot. Science of Getting Rich. We're going to roll this out very quickly here. Gutenberg. So Project Gutenberg, pulling up the HTML5 version of the Science of Getting Rich. And I'm going to bring this down to my lower monitor. Let's see. Summary of the Science of Getting Rich. Here we go. What is this? Chapter 17. It's Roman numeral XV11. X is 10, V is 5, then 2. So 17. Chapter 17. I'll leave that part out. Let's see if I can do an Audacity recording while I have this up. Let's see how it turns out here. Should I do a further vanity post? Should I just like do an OBS recording of me reading it so that way it's like my face is in it, or is that just vain? Is that a vanity recording? I think so. Let's exclude my face. All right. Sounds great. Okay, so microphone, yes, that's set up. Speaker, headset, earphone, yes. You have to configure remember to configure your devices every time you open Audacity. Sometimes it can mess me up anyway. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit the record button and we're going to read this. I'm going to pick up the pace. Last time I read it kind of slowly. Okay. So I'm going to pick up the pace, read it more quickly, monitor my voice level and my cadence. Here we go. I'm going to hit record. There is a thinking stuff from which, oh shoot, it's too loud. I need to turn down the recording volume on Audacity. All right, redo. It's like jumping through the clipping range there. Here we go. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought by impressing his thought upon formless substance. I screwed that up. I could just continue and edit that part out, but I'm going to redo it because there were a couple times in there where I aggressively spoke into the mic and spiked that. So let's try it again. Here we go. I'm going to back up a little bit from the mic. Let's do it again. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. Otherwise, he cannot be in harmony with the formless intelligence, which is always creative and never competitive in spirit. Man may come into full harmony with the formless substance by entertaining a lively and sincere gratitude for the blessings it bestows upon him. Gratitude unifies the mind of man with the intelligence of substance, so that man's thoughts are received by the formless. Man can remain upon the creative plane only by uniting himself with the formless intelligence through a deep and continuous feeling of gratitude. Man must form a clear and definite mental image of the things he wishes to have, to do, or to become, and he must hold this mental image in his thoughts, while being deeply grateful to the Supreme that all his desires are granted to him. The man who wishes to get rich must spend his leisure hours in contemplating his vision and in earnest thanksgiving that the reality is being given to him. Too much stress cannot be laid on the importance of frequent contemplation of the mental image, coupled with unwavering faith and devout gratitude. This is the process by which This is the process by which the impression is given to the formless and the creative forces set in motion. The creative energy works through the established channels of natural growth and of the industrial and social order. All that is included in his mental image will surely be brought to the man who follows the instructions given above, and whose faith does not waver. What he wants will come to him through the ways of established trade and commerce. In order to receive his own when it shall come to him, man must be active, and this activity can only consist in more than filling his present place. He must keep in mind the purpose to get rich through the realization of his mental image, and he must do, every day, all that can be done that day, taking care to do each act in a successful manner. He must give to every man a use value in excess of the cash value he receives, so that each transaction makes for more life, and he must so hold the advancing thought that the impression of increase will be communicated to all with whom he comes in contact. The men and women who practice the foregoing instructions will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their gratitude. This is a summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. What's a good intro for this? This is the summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, as found in Chapter 17 of the book, The Science of Getting Rich. Is that redundant to say that? I can cut this part out. Hang on. Let's think about this. The following, let's do that. The following is a summary of The Science of Getting Rich, which is found in Chapter 17 of that book. The following is a summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, as found in Chapter 17 of the same book. All right, how about something like that? How about that? Something like that. What do we think? There's gotta be... Can I de-amplify just a section? Or is that an envelope? Let me re-record. There was a loud break right there. The following is a summary... Oh, no, too loud. Let's do it again. The following is a summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, as found in Chapter 17 of the same book. Little throat thing going on there. Here we go. The following is a summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, as found in Chapter 17 of the same book. All right, that'll work. Sure. So got to scoot that to the beginning, cut out the parts I messed up. The following, let's do that. Hang on. Let's see. What's a good intro for this? Do I still have that annoying little background hum going on? This is a summary of... Yeah, a little bit. And the depth of their gratitude. instead of doing an intro, I'm going to do an outro. The prior reading, don't like that. Too loud again. The P's kill me, man. The prior reading has been a summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, as found in Chapter 17 of The Science of Getting Rich. Something like that is good. The prior reading... Man, this thing is so sensitive. The prior reading has been a summary of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, as found in Chapter 17 of the book by the same name. Even better, what if I don't put that in there at all, and I just put that in the description? All right, we got to find those sections where I flubbed. Here we go. There is a thinking stuff. Whoa, is that the beginning? There is a thinking. Oh, what the heck is that clip, man? There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. Let's try it. Let's do this again. What a mess. I don't like that clipping at the beginning. And I'm wondering if I scoot away a little bit from the mic and turn up the recording volume, will it just make me sound boomier? Let's try this, because I think that should cut down on some of the painful P's that punch. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to mute the old track. Let's do a little bit of a test. Here we go. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. All right, turned up the recording volume. Let's see. There is a stuff from which all things are. Whoa, why did that clip again? There is a stuff from which all things. There is a stuff from which. Maybe it's like glitching because I'm also streaming this, and it's sharing the same microphone resource. Oh, let's try it again. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. All right. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which... Like, seriously, what the heck is going on? That's so funny. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. There is a thinking stuff. Well, bag this. It must be because... So, truth be told, I did a recording. It was just earlier, a few days ago. It just wasn't quite... I wasn't quite satisfied with it, but whatever, it'll work. So, bag this. Science of Getting Rich. Audacity file. Here it is. Whoa, not that. There's an Audacity file of this somewhere. Here we go. Nope. I think I saved it somewhere. All right. No, I don't see it. So I guess I didn't save it. But 'tis not the end of the world. It's so strange. Well, moving on. We don't have all day to do this anyway. I do have an early appointment today, so I'm going to be keeping the stream pretty short today. Well, if I can find this folder, maybe we can still publish and upload the summary. I guess I can see if anyone else has already recorded just the summary portion. Summary of the science of getting rich. Does someone read chapter 17 of it? Yo, this person does like a summary of the whole book. No, I just want the I don't want a summary. I want someone to read the actual chapter. Is it in LibriVox? Who narrates it? Actually, what am I doing? I can try my AI voice narration. Should we? Shall we? I think we shall. After all, I do have a subscription to those people. It's called play.ht. It's one of the best AI voiceovers I have found. Whoops, I'm not a robot. Whoa, did it let me in anyway? I hit submit before it brought up the CAPTCHA and it looks like it let me in. That's funny. So create audio. Whoa, what's the difference here? Use standard and realistic voices or use ultra realistic voices. Yes, please. I mean, why isn't that just an option by default? What happens if I use chapter 17? Larry. Larry does not sound like the type of whoa, let's see. What do you say?
Reveals where we can and cannot trust our intuitions. It offers practical and enlightening insights into how choices are made in both our professional and personal lives.
What? I mean, that didn't sound particularly great.
Merging neuroscience, psychology, and mindfulness.
Psychology, and mindfulness.
Merging neuroscience, merging neuroscience. This book reveals where we can.
Merging neuroscience?
At the 90-day marker, it's.
But
This book reveals where we can and. Throughout the employee's first week.
Should we go
Merging
UK or
neuroscience,
North
psychology,
American?
and mindfulness with practical takeaways for being
Extreme
more focused in
success, by definition, lies beyond.
Thank you so much for watching this video.
Get your employee.
Let's see.
Merging extreme. Merging neuroscience.
No.
Welcome to this tutorial. This guide will take you through a series of
Wow, Madeline, sounds great.
Merging neuroscience, psychology, and mindfulness with practical takeaways.
Merging neuroscience,
What?
psychology, and mindfulness with practical takeaways for being more focused in our work and wider lives.
Ariana sounds pretty realistic.
Extreme success, by definition, lies beyond the realm of normal action.
Royal. What kind of a name is Royal? I guess
Extreme
that's cool.
success. This book
reveals where we can.
Oh, Charlotte was promising. Let's do Royal. Let's do Royal. Confirm. Show additional filters? What sort? Oh, all right. That's just confirm. All right, watch this. This is so epic. So I'm just going to use the first paragraph here. All right. There is a thinking stuff. But the problem is it takes a while to generate. How many words can I do? Let's do this. Wow, I could do a different name. I mean, a different voice for each paragraph if I wanted to. Huh? What? So what? Royal?
Extreme success, by definition, lies beyond the realm of normal action. If you want to achieve extreme success, you
This
can't
book
operate
reveals
like
where
everybody
we can
else
and
settle.
cannot trust our intuitions. It offers practical and enlightening. At the 90-day marker, throughout the employee.
merging neuroscience,
extreme success, by merging neuroscience.
No, I think Royal just does the whole thing, huh? Why not? Ooh, that was my chair. Yeah, that was definitely my chair. So while this generates, let's multitask. Let's think about the charge. What is the charge? I started, I've got a candidate here. I'm going to do this in the show notes. Boom. It's the 30th today, episode 11. I'll take the notes here. Let's start with what I came up with yesterday, but it needs to be tweaked. What do we want to convey? What do we want to convey with this charge? And again, this is patterned after the concept of like the Boy Scout oath and the Boy Scout law, because I was in Boy Scouts as a young buck. And I think it's cool, and repeating those all the time solidified the principles in the mind. So as it is my objective to get into and stay in the creative plane rather than the competitive plane, in a state of abundance rather than lack, in a state of positivity and generosity of thought, minimal cynicism. What's something great that we can say to put us there? So, should it take the form more of an affirmation or a commitment? Can you do both? I think so. It'll take the form of an affirmation. Okay, so what do we want to convey? Let's say I am, let's say, I am in or on the creative plane. What's something I said on my draft was I operate within the creative plane. It's probably all right. I am in the creative plane. You know what? Obviously, I just need to think about this as I go about the day. My first candidate, the rough draft that I came up with, I'll just copy it. Possible charge. Something like this. I operate within the creative plane. All of life is time and people. More life to all, less to none. I visualize what I want. I create more of what I focus on. There is an abundance of time available to me. Gratitude is forever energy. Kindness is capital. Be proactable. Something like that. Something like that. That's just a rough example of it. Something that I can repeat daily. Let's see how this did. It's still generating it. I did say high quality, didn't I? I guess so. Let's see. How many generations would it take, roughly? I think it's going to be easier if I just read it, but I'll just do it off stream. And then I'll use Fesliyan Studios or Fesliyan Studios. There's lots of free royalty music on there that David Fesliyan made, and it's awesome. I know I've talked about it before. Fesliyan Studios. Royalty-free background music. Background instrumental download. So for the Science of Getting Rich summary, you can find this website at fesliyanstudios.com. For the Science of Getting Rich summary, motivating, epic, motivating, happy. I was thinking of dragon level. Huh. An adventure ahead. Let's try it. What you got for us, David? Oh, what? Oh, alright, alright. Got a little beat going. Wasn't really thinking of... These were the two that I found that I was thinking about using. Swells here at the end. Great track. Something like that, I think. Alright. Is Play HT ready to go here? It's not ready to go yet. I feel like this is kind of scuffed. What if I do this? I change What if I like change the stream microphone to my headset microphone and like almost release it to release the other microphone to be used solely by Audacity? If I just hit record, blah, 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 there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made. Let's try that. Hang on. If I just hit record, blah, 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 there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made. Yeah, it just has these random little skips in it. And I feel like it's because the microphone resource is being used. If I had to guess. So, yeah, let's try this. Let's try my theory. I'm going to change this to the headset microphone. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. All right, so OBS is using my headset microphone. And Audacity is using the other mic. Let's try this. There is a thinking stuff things are made, and which in its original state permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which in its original permeates, penetrates, and fills the Yeah, screwed it up. Maybe it's like a RAM issue with my machine. Either way, it doesn't look like recording something on Audacity while on the stream is the best option. Well, you know what would be funny? Can I do like a recording in OSB? I think so. Why I record in Audacity, why not just record in OSB? Come on. Oh my gosh. We're definitely not using Play HT. So freaking slow. But that's okay. Maybe it's because I said I wanted it ultra realistic. This better be like absolutely so when it's done. I don't even care. I mean, about... It says pick your preferred sample. Each sample is unique. You can regenerate previews to generate multiple samples and select the one you prefer. That's pretty nifty, but I just want one. If each one's unique, one is good enough for me. Why would I choose different ones? All right, hang on here. So, we're gonna see what happens if I just use OSB. OBS. I always say OSB, but that's plywood. So, since I have myself pulled up here, it's like going to be taking a clip from the stream. Watch this. And now if I blow it up massively. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, it's wild. Summary of the signs of getting rich. Boom. Here we go. Grand. That's easy enough to read, isn't it? Can I make it bigger? Yikes. That's cool. Desire is a manifestation of power. This is good. I mean, I wouldn't even have to edit it if I just clipped it. Let's see what happens here. Can I change this background to dark? Because why? What? No, it's all good. I don't need to. It's good enough. But the white is kind of obtuse. All right, let's do this. That'll be funny. Can I start the recording? Let's try it. Chapter 17, Summary of the Science of Getting Rich. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. Otherwise, he cannot be in harmony with the formless intelligence, which is always creative and never competitive in spirit. Man may come into full harmony with the formless substance by entertaining... So frustrating. I glitched that, man. Let's try it again. But first, before we spend more time on this, let's review what was produced. What's today's date? 12:30. Let's open it up. See what happens. Chapter 17. Summary of the Science of Getting Rich. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. Otherwise, he cannot be in harmony with the formless intelligence, which is always creative and never competitive in spirit. Man may... Nice. Good enough. I can turn up the recording on the podcast mic. Nice. All right, let's do it. Let's hit it. One more attempt here. Start recording now. Chapter 17. Summary of the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the creative mind. Otherwise, he cannot be in harmony with the formless intelligence, which is always creative and never competitive in spirit. Man may come into full harmony with the formless substance by entertaining a lively and sincere gratitude for the blessings it bestows upon him. Gratitude unifies the mind of man with the intelligence of substance, so that man's thoughts are received by the formless. Man can remain upon the creative plane only by uniting himself with the formless intelligence through a deep and continuous feeling of gratitude. Man must form a clear and definite mental image of the things he wishes to have, to do, or to become, image in his thoughts, while being deeply grateful to the Supreme that all his The man who wishes to get rich must spend his leisure hours in contemplating his vision and in earnest thanksgiving that the reality is being given to him. Too much stress cannot be laid on the importance of frequent contemplation of the mental image, coupled with unwavering faith and devout gratitude. This is the process by which the impression is given to the formless and the creative forces set in motion. The creative energy works through the established channels of natural growth and of the industrial and social order. All that is included in his mental image will surely be brought to the man who follows the instructions given above and whose faith does not waver. What he wants will come to him through the ways of established trade and commerce. In order to receive his own when it shall come to him, man must be active, and this activity can only consist in more than filling his present place. He must keep in mind the purpose to get rich through the realization of his mental image, and he must do, every day, all that can be done that day, taking care to do each act in a successful manner. He must give to every man a use value in excess of the cash value he receives, so that each transaction makes for more life, and he must so hold the advancing thought that the impression of increase with whom he comes in contact. The men and women who practice the foregoing instructions will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the end recording. That's okay. Had a little scuff there, but whatever. If I listen to this in the morning, is this gonna just really bother me that I scuffed that part up? Maybe, but it's okay. I think we can deal with it. Where did that other screen go? Play HT, you done? Oh my goodness gracious. What? Wow. That's incredible. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be great. It's got to be great. All right, so I'm going to open up OBS OpenShot. I mean, the whole book is great. The whole book, The Science of Getting Rich, is great, but the summary is just so concise. Boom, open shot. The summary is so concise. It's like just great for what I want. Let's see, this one's 2 minutes long. This one's 53 seconds long, so I want this one. Good. Brought it in as a resource. Let's look for what was that? What was that David Fesliyan song that I wanted? Inspired Thinking, I think. Let's drag it in as a resource and find out. I'm going to put this in track 5. I'm going to put this here. Should we have a little thumbnail? Nah. Looks fine.
Chapter 17, Summary of the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles.
What the heck?
There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which
why do I
this
sound like a
original
chipmunk?
state permeates, penetrates, and bases of the universe.
It's not actually like that. I heard someone else was complaining about this in Open Shot. I should look real quick. I should just leave it like that, yo. Absolutely. But just to make sure it's not actually like that. Chapter 17, Summary of the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Chapter 17, Summary of the Science of Getting... Still, it does like a weird... Must be like the RAM or the processor on my PC. But that doesn't change the fact. That's so funny. Why is a video clip in Open Shot in a different... What'd I say? Pitch? I think so. Oh. What if I remux it? That's it. That's a thing. Remux recording. OBS recording. I'll remux it as an MP4. Recording remuxed. Get rid of this thing. Remove from project. This is an MP4. Let's try the MP4. That was so funny though. What a surprise. Loved it.
Chapter 17, Summary of the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles.
Yeah, still scuffed, huh? I should just upload it. I mean, come on. I just want something. So what did that say before I exited out? Open Shot Video Editor clip in different pitch. Okay, let's see. The most common reason for distorted audio in OpenShot is that your audio from your imported video uses a different sample rate than that of your OpenShot project. Ensure the audio sample rate in your source video preview profile in preferences and your export video same sample rate. I don't know what any of that's talking about. Let's look at the properties of the source video. Does it tell me here? Security details. Bitrate. What is the sample rate of a video? Length, frame width, total bit rate, frame rate, audio sample rate. It doesn't actually say. Audio bit rate, channels, audio sample rate. So what if I just change the sample rate used in OpenShot? Can I? Choose profile. It just closed the whole thing. That's funny. I guess that could be a problem with open source freeware. Hey, open it back up. Most recent unsaved project has been recovered. How nice. I can probably find out by looking at what it gets recorded at. Wow, that was good.
Chapter 17. Summary of the Science of Getting
Stay
Rich
like this
by
the whole time.
gratitude for the blessings it bestows upon him. And social order.
That's so funny every time. File, choose profile. I don't think this is a
Chapter 17.
Huh. I'm not a wizard with OpenShot, obviously. I guess I can see on OBS. Sample rate is 48 kilohertz. Alright, so how do I set the sample rate? This is what I got. This is what it was recorded in. So how do I set the sample rate? OpenShot, set sample rate of project audio. OpenShot profiles? What they call it? That's just audio. I mean, that's just video, isn't it? Do they have an audio? Do they have an audio section on this? Edit preferences? Huh. Okay. Could just be an issue with the playback, but not the actual export. I just need to make sure it exports. Sample rate. Sample rates. All these profiles are 48 kilobytes. I mean, kilohertz. So I think that's just a non-starter. Well, I think today was a rip-roaring success. Video playback. Open shot. Changing pitch of source video. Let's see, there's a couple. Someone else is having a similar issue. Pitch. Pitch. Huh. Default audio sample rate. Edit preferences preview tab. This person may have saved it. Edit preferences preview. Oh, dude, this person's a wizard. That's what I needed. Oh, please restart for preferences to take effect. Yes. I want to save it in. Whoa, what folder am I in? What am I even in? Science of Getting Rich. Summary. Open shot project. Close. Open. Sweet. Let's see it. Chapter 17, Summary of the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates. That's cool, but my audio clip. Entire clip, level at 40%. Let's try 40%. It penetrates and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought. A man who wishes to get rich must spend his leisure hours in contemplating his vision and in earnest thanksgiving that the reality is being given to him. Too much stress cannot be laid on the importance of frequent contemplation. Is there like a... I wonder if it's like a sort of a meditative like hum or something. Together we can. Alright, let's go up to the top. Relaxing, probably in the relaxing section. Tranquility. Enjoy deep relaxation and tranquility. Done. He always comes in clutch, man. What's about this? Which one should I select? Tranquility. Yeah, I think we just go with the first one there. If you are making money and using the music commercially, please donate. Noted. Alright, sick. Alright, drag this thing over. This is a 3-minute summary. This is... Ah, yes. How nice. And I ought to be able to just truncate it. Will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their gratitude. Entire clip, let it roll 30% of his mental image, and he must do every day all that can be done that day, taking care to do each act in a successful manner. He must give to every man a use value in excess of the cash value he receives, so that and he must so hold the advancing thought that the impression of increase will be communicated to all with whom he comes in contact. The men and women who practice the foregoing instructions will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive... Can I just use OpenShot to edit that part out? And the riches they receive... The men and women who practice the Can I edit this? Slice. Does slice what I want? Keep both sides. Whoa. Who practice the foregoing instructions. I just sliced it in the wrong daggum place. Can I undo that? Can I undo a slice? Oh yeah, there we go. Who practice the foregoing instructions will certainly get rich. Whoa. Who practice... Slice. Slice that. Keep both sides. That's right. Who practice the... Yeah, sick. Practice the... Who... What? I don't know. There might be a better way to do this. Women who practice... Oh yeah, we're on the right track. We're cooking. The men and women who practice the foregoing... Ah, so close to perfection. I mean, not literal perfection. The men and women who practice the... just a little bit more saved on that clip. Let's go. The men and women who practice the foregoing instructions... Done. Sold. I've got a picture. I got a picture. I want a picture there. I have a really nice picture. I'll bring up my Google Photos. I have a very nice picture. You just wait. I'm going to look up a flower. A long time ago, I was on a drive. And I took a great picture. Actually, my wife and I have our Google accounts linked. She takes better flower pictures than I do, actually. Just looking at this right now. But here is mine. Here it is. Man, that is a great picture. Can I just paste it directly as a... Nope. Save image as... What? Pretty flower, of course. Show in folder. We're going to salvage this thing anyway. Woohoo. No. Should I fade? Is it going to fade by default, the transition? No. It's just going to... fade, start a clip, fade in slowly. And that's also going to be the... I don't want to animate it. Remotion. No animation. No fade. Somehow I'm... No, I don't want that there. Undo. Everything's so malleable. Obviously I want to keep the same aspect ratio. Now I'll fade in. There we go, that's nice. Can I overlap it? What happens if I overlap it here? The definiteness of their visual attitude. The depth of their gratitude. Faith and the depth of their gratitude. Let's see, split here or just fade out. I don't know. Slice. Keep left side. And then fade, end of clip, fade out slowly. Faith and the depth of their gratitude. Volume, end of clip. Oh, there we go. Fade out slowly at the end of clip. There we go. Whoa, I don't want it to swell. What the heck? Volume. Reset volume. Oops. Entire clip I wanted 30%. Thought that the impression of increase will be communicated to reset volume. All with whom he... Volume entire clip. Level 30%. Thought that the impression of increase will be communicated to all with whom he... Volume entire clip 20%. So hold the advancing thought that the impression of increase will be communicated to all with whom he comes in contact. The How do I fade from like a 30% to a end of clip? Huh, that probably did it. The steadiness of their faith and the... No, definitely not. Their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith. Will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their gratitude. That's so funny. Open shot. How do I fade audio from 30% to 0 at end of clip instead of resetting? Simply right click and use fade, end of clip. Purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their... Obviously, I'm not an editor. Just ends harshly, whatever. Too late, I gotta go. This is why I'm not. Sign Pacific Getty Rich summary. Export that. Now let's see if that voiceover thing's done. Shall we? There's got to be an issue. It had to have been done a while ago, and I just messed something up. So if I hit download, must be a system. Yeah, it must have been
There
a glitch.
is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates inner spaces of the universe.
Not bad. Not bad. I really... props. I mean, it sounded realistic. It sounds like it was done using a microphone cheaper than mine, but oh well. I actually like that. All right, well, I'm going to close this. That was interesting. Oh. All right, well, have a spectacular day. Stretch reality. Be in the field of all possibilities. Be in a creative rather than a competitive headspace. And have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.